What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Quick 60. Today, I just want to give you a quick update on the AFC Wild Card race. It's pretty crazy right now. At the fifth seed, right now, I have the Chargers are 8-5 currently. They have the Chiefs coming up on Thursday night, which is going to be a huge game. Then they're at Houston, and they play Denver, and then they're at the Raiders. So I'm thinking that they're going to get to at least 10 wins in my predictions earlier before the season. I think I had them at 9-8, but they're going to get to 10. They're going to at least split two of the four if they lose to the Chiefs, and that's going to be enough to get them into that wild card spot since they're one game up on everybody else. But the Chargers offense, they have a lot of firepower. Depending on if Keenan Allen can play or not, and their special teams is kind of the weak point right now. We'll see what happens with that. Then you got the Colts. They're at 7-6. They have the Pats, Cards, Raiders, and Jags. So, that Pats game is going to be huge. They're coming off a bye week, so they had ample time to prepare for the Patriots and Bill Belichick. The Pats, Cards, and Raiders, though, that's tough. They're going to win the last game against the Jags. I don't even think the Jaguars, Urban Meyer, will be there coming up, but about the last game. But I think that they might need to win 10 games, so they're going to have to split. I'm thinking they can beat the Raiders and the Jags, so to get to nine games. So we'll see if they can get to 10. They can definitely get to 9 though. And then the Bills are 7-6, and they had that tough loss against Tampa Bay last week. They play the Panthers. The Panthers aren't any slouch. They're one of the top defenses in the league. And then they play the Patriots. So the Panthers and Patriots, they're going to have to hopefully probably win one of those. And then they have the Falcons and the Jets, the last two games of the season. So I anticipate the Bills winning those two games to at least get to 9 wins. And if they could split between the Patriots and Panthers, they're going to get to 10 wins as well. So I have the Chargers and possibly the Bills for sure. Then you have the Browns. They play the Raiders, the Packers, the Steelers, and the Bengals. Those are 4 hard teams. I don't see how, with Baker Mayfield being inconsistent, how they're going to make the playoffs. I don't see them even winning 2, maybe at the Steelers possibly. I don't think they're going to beat the Raiders this week, but we'll see. Even then, they'll be at 9 wins as well, and I just don't think that's going to be enough. The Broncos have the Bengals next week, which they're tied with right now. Both teams are 7-6, so whoever wins that game is going to be in the driver's seat. Then the Broncos have at the Raiders, which is going to be huge rivalry game. So, anything can happen in that. So if the Broncos beat the Bengals and the Raiders, I don't think they're going to be at the Chargers next, but they already have 9 wins. And they have the Chiefs the last game of the season, which is very interesting because if the Chiefs win the division and don't have anything else to play for, they might sit their starters, and the Broncos might get a little easier game and possibly that win on the last game to inch into the wild card spot. So this next week between the Bengals and the Broncos is going to be huge for the AFC wild card. The Bengals just came off that big loss to the 49ers. Bates dropped that interception, so it is what it is. But now they're 7-6. They have the Broncos, like I just mentioned. They're on the road. And then they have the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Browns. So the Bengals, I think, have the hardest schedule out of any of those, 6 teams that I mentioned in the wild card. But I think that 2 teams are going to get to 10 wins. And then I think that third wild card spot is going to be 9 wins. So they're at least going to have to split 2 of the next 4 games, possibly win 3 of the next 4 to get in for sure. All right, guys. Appreciate the time. I'll see you next time. Peace.